What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to do a penetration test with the 10mm auto cartridge, and I'm going to be shooting some frozen 5-gallon buckets of water. So basically what I did was filled up some 5-gallon buckets with water and left them out for a couple of nights and let them freeze solid. And then I remove the ice from the buckets, and I'm going to shoot at the ice with the 10mm to see if it can penetrate through one of these 10-inch diameter cylinders of ice. And these cylinders of ice are about 1 feet tall and 10 inches in diameter. And again, they came from a 5-gallon bucket filled with water that froze solid. And these ice cylinders are 100% water ice. There's nothing extra in them or anything fancy about them, just regular ice. And I'm going to be shooting at the ice from a distance of about 25 yards using my Rock Island 1911 TAC Ultra with a 5.5-inch barrel. And the ammunition I'm going to be using is some Buffalo Bore heavy 10mm Outdoorsman 220 grain hard cast bear load with an advertised velocity of 1,200 feet per second and a muzzle energy of 700 foot-pounds. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if the 10mm with hard cast bear loads from Buffalo Bore can penetrate through 10 inches of solid ice. And I'm going to be doing a variety of other tests against these ice cylinders using different rifles and cartridges, pistols as well. So stay tuned to my channel for more penetration tests with ice. I think it's an interesting medium to test cartridges against, especially if we're talking about SHTF, because you could possibly use ice as ballistic protection if you have enough of it. So hopefully this video and the other ice penetration test videos that I do will shed some light on whether or not ice makes a good ballistic protection barrier for SHTF. So stick around and I hope you enjoy the video. And if you're interested in watching some of my other ice penetration tests, check out my ice penetration tests playlist, and I'll leave a link to that playlist in the upper right portion of this video, and I'll also leave a link to some of my other penetration test playlists, including my ballistics and penetration tests master playlist, which has all of my ballistics tests and penetration tests. And the air temperature during this test, as you can see, around 23 or 24 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, guys, so let's hit this ice block with some 10mm. Got my Rock Island 1911. This has a 5.5-inch barrel. We're going to be using some Buffalo Bore heavy Outdoorsman 220 grain hard cast that has an advertised velocity of 1,200 feet per second. This is the deepest penetrating 10mm load that I've tested so far. So let's see how it does against that huge block of ice. Wow, guys, I'm pretty impressed by that buffalo bore 10mm heavy outdoorsman 220 grain hard cast traveling at 1,200 feet per second. It blew through the entire 10-inch diameter block of ice. Look at that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I thought it might just kind of ricochet, maybe leave a little bit of a dent. But look at the kinetic energy. Pretty impressive. I hit a little bit to the right, but still I shot through pretty much the thickest part. Check this out, guys. It looks like it split the whole thing. There's like a huge crack in the middle. Check that out. Look at that. Pretty impressive. Now, it didn't blow the whole top of the block off like the rifle rounds do. The rifle rounds will just blow the whole top off, but still it penetrated through this entire block. So pretty impressive. Let's finish this thing off. All right, guys, second shot. Buffalo bore heavy outdoorsman 10mm 220 grain hard cast traveling at 1,200 feet per second using my Rock Island 1911 5.5-inch barrel. Let's finish off that block of ice and so we finished off this evil block of ice. We turned it into some crushed ice. Look at that, guys. 10mm, pretty powerful round. It's like a light 44 Magnum, basically, in a semi-automatic platform. And my Rock Island 1911, we got a double stack in here, so 16 round capacity, 16 rounds of 10 millimeter out of a 5.5-inch barrel. I'd say that's pretty potent. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Stay tuned to my channel for more ice penetration tests. And as always, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.